For decades, audiences laughed at the chaos inside Fawlty Towers. The screaming hotel manager, the confused waiter, the endless misunderstandings. It was pure comedy gold. But in 2020, one scene from a 1975 episode suddenly ignited a global debate, and the episode that had aired for 46 years was suddenly pulled from streaming platforms, labeled offensive, and thrust into the center of a cultural storm. And surprisingly, the controversy wasn't about the famous "don't mention the war" meltdown. It was something much smaller, but far more explosive. The story of Fawlty Towers actually began years earlier in a seaside town called Torquay in England. In the early 1970s, John Cleese, best known from Monty Python's Flying Circus, stayed at a hotel run by an unusually rude and hostile manager. The man's name was Donald Sinclair. Sinclair reportedly insulted guests, threw a briefcase out of a window because he thought it contained a bomb, and treated visitors like personal annoyances. Most people would have checked out and forgotten the experience, but Cleese did something different. He watched carefully. Together with writer Connie Booth, he turned that bizarre hotel manager into one of television's most unforgettable characters, Basil Fawlty. When the show premiered in 1975, it wasn't an instant hit. Some critics dismissed it entirely. But over time, audiences realized something special was happening. The show's tightly written chaos, brilliant insults, and perfectly timed farce turned it into a classic. Eventually, it was even named the greatest British television series ever made by the British Film Institute. Yet decades later, a single moment would challenge its legacy. In the episode titled "The Germans," there's a brief scene involving an elderly character named Major Gowan. During casual conversation, the character uses a racial slur while discussing Caribbean cricketers. In 1975, the line was meant to show the Major as outdated and ignorant. But by 2020, the language hit very differently. Streaming service UK TV temporarily removed the episode, saying it needed review due to highly offensive language. The reaction was immediate. Some viewers supported the decision, arguing that certain words simply don't belong on modern television. Others believed removing the scene misunderstood the show's intention. John Cleese himself strongly defended the episode, explaining that satire works by exposing ridiculous characters, not endorsing them. In his view, audiences were supposed to laugh at the Major, not agree with him. Eventually, the episode returned with edits and viewer guidance. But the debate never really ended, because the question remains complicated. Should classic comedy be preserved exactly as it was, or adjusted for modern audiences? There may not be an easy answer, but one thing is certain. Nearly 50 years later, Fawlty Towers is still doing what great comedy always does, sparking conversation, and sometimes controversy. For more hidden stories behind iconic shows and stars, subscribe to Hidden Stardom.